comédienne.
So, my name is
Je vais faire
Amelia,
une chanson
and
en
it's now
français
the
aujourd'hui.
revelation, the year that we expose absolutely everything. As a targeted individual since 5 years, I am a living proof. So many other people are too. It's time that all the information that was kept for a privileged family, for a small group of people, kids actually that have been put on pedestals and thinking that they are better than others, that because of the knowledge that they have, that they are better and that their life matters more than another life that has less money or that has less of information or less of a power or a statue. And unfortunately, that's the world that we live in. And today, we are talking more and more about breaking generational traumas and curses. I'm writing my book now, A Little Girl Behind the Yellow Bus, How I Was Able to Survive a Human Trafficking. And it takes a lot of courage for me to speak up and to create this association also, as I am now a mother of a freedom movement, the Army of Angels United here. And it takes a lot of courage, and I can't imagine no one that will be behind that. It takes a lot of energy to build this. It takes a lot of strength. I have a lot of people and oppressive forces that have been discouraging me from speaking up, hacking my videos, removing the sounds of my videos, trying everything in their power so I get discouraged, using people that I love also to threaten me so I don't speak, so I remove my social media. So everything has been done, and I chose myself. I chose the Army of Angels. I chose to stand up because I have a huge emotional compassion, emotional intelligence. This comes from my heart, everything that I have, the nature that I am. And as much as I love Barbie and Bratz since I was a little girl, I think people should be able to see beyond this. And as I'm able to realize my dream that I had as a little girl, I hope that everyone can surpass what I am, a girl that loved Barbie and I had the dream to wear clothing and that love fashion and makeup. I hope that it doesn't stop you from listening to me today and to follow me in my journey as a survivor of a human trafficking, of a satellite terrorism, of a inhuman programming that has been behind a worldwide genocide, behind the wars. I hope that you will be able to surpass my physical body and that you will be able to see a little girl that has a heart, that had dreams, that is also living her life while starting a movement of freedom. And I do not want to do this. I do not want to do it. I wish that I would be normal and that I would just be like I used to. I had my first business that I started as an entrepreneur. My mother, my parents, my family, my ex-boyfriend, they made me feel so ashamed that I didn't go to university. And I felt so embarrassed that even for a session in university, I pretended that I was going because I was just already having a business. I was already successful. I was already doing what I love. I started a beauty vision many years ago as my first business, and I worked so hard in it. I'm very proud, and I did it all alone, and so it gave me a lot of strength and power to start this first business that was unfortunately taken from me. And like Bill Gates said, I'm gonna put it here. Bill Gates said many years ago that the next danger for humanity will be not a war with weapons, not a bloody war, but it will be an invisible war, a war that is happening. It would be a elaborated war, much more monstrous and bigger than we could ever imagine. And many are talking about it, numbers are talking about it, and I am a living proof. A girl that is not just having a brain, but a girl also, again, that loves fashion, makeup. You have to go beyond this and see that I'm an entrepreneur that worked very hard. Bill Gates said, as they targeted first my body, after I started to be a creator, after that I started to unplug from television for the first time, as I started to do meditation for the first time in 2020, I had a mass awakening. I was doing my first meditation, connected to my inner child that I promised that I would never take for granted ever again. And something very special happened. I was working directly with God, with higher forces, with Spirit, with the Holy Spirit. And it was so beautiful. One of the best gifts that I have ever had in my life, to be honest. I cried for 6 months, not from just sadness, but from happy tears. Because yes, you can have happy tears. And your tears actually, I'm going to put it here, your tears are actually very intelligent. And this can make you manifest a lot of things too. And so don't be scared to cry or to show your emotion, because this is very powerful. And I believe that's why they made people feel bad to cry, and they feel bad to have emotions, because this is depriving people of a lot of things. And so you can do your research on that. And so for 6 months I was crying rivers and oceans, until truly I believe that I kind of manifested like heaven on earth. And it was very special and powerful. And what I've asked at that time when I was doing my meditation, I asked to use more than 10% of my brain. I asked to come in my full potential. And I asked to be in the middle of my mother and my father. Why? Because I observed, and a man a long time ago, a successful man, told me, Amelia, you will learn the most out of other people. And so I watched my father, I watched my mother, I observed both of them. My mother has been manipulated with her emotions. She has a big heart, she's generous, and she's very spiritual, and she's a visionary too. And she was doing Reiki healing session when I was a little kid. She was starting earlier things that were not popular, and people thought she was crazy. And so my mother, she's highly intelligent, she is very spiritual, she's very strong, but unfortunately she was not able to have the knowledge and the information that I have today. She was not able to be aware that there was psychopath, that there were gang stalkers, that there was satellite terrorism and the human trafficking, abduction that are happening also remotely and not just physically in person. And as she was doing her meditation and connecting to herself, she has been manipulated a lot. And now I know it was not our fault, because a lot of things were hidden. And so I saw her too deep into our spirituality. And I saw my father, on the other hand, working and being absent. And I've been looking at my dad a lot, as he's logical and he's not spiritual. He's not. He's all about numbers and proof. And so I said I wanted to be in the middle of both. And also, what I said is that at this point, when I start to have an awakening in 2020, it was very special what I was feeling. I was feeling the forces around me for the first time working with me. And then I was just so happy and smiling and discovering new things and new ways of thinking, new ways of behaving. I was getting more intelligent. I was more creative, more confident. Really, the Holy Spirit and the angels that have been working with me, they showed me for the first time how to trust myself and how to be confident. And if tomorrow I want to start painting, creating, and building a new business, I can do all of this because I already did it once. And so this is what it is to have spiritual wealth. And I'm gonna make videos about it. Peace.